Hi there, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Olympus 3-light semi-flush fixture. This is the 12-1360. If you like this, you should check out the sconces that actually go with this, which can be used in bathrooms everywhere. And there's a 3-light sconce and there's a 4-light sconce. They're going to be located on our website under interior sconces. Check them out. Okay, let's get into a lot of details on this. So the height of this fixture is 12.10, so it's just about a foot. It's kind of an oblong, so it's 9.4 by 11.9. You have 3 lights. Oops, there's 3. And those 3 lights are going to be using a G9 socket. So you have a couple things you can do with that. It's going to be able to accept a G9 halogen, and you've got 3 of them at 60 watts max, and that's because of the heat generated by this, which is a halogen bulb. G9s have the little prongs on the base, you can see it, and then they just push right in, very easy. But you guys can use LEDs, and I talk about that all the time. So you can use whatever LED will fit into this, and they'll all fit because G9 LEDs are really tiny. So the biggest one I've found so far is this guy. This is a 75 watt equivalent. These guys are probably 40 watt equivalents. These are 60 watt equivalents, and you notice the difference between these guys and these guys. These are called phosphorus. They have the long strips of that orange, either a pad or lines inside that glow when electricity goes through. These are called cob LEDs. So they kind of look like corn cobs. They're multifaceted. They have facets on the end, which are wonderful. So anyway, 75 watt equivalent, 40 watt equivalent, 60 watt equivalents. These are all dimmable, which is great. You want to tell your installer that you are going to be using a LED, a dimmable LED, and that they need to put a dimmer on the wall that can accommodate that. So it's not a big deal. Most of the dimmers now can do incandescent, and they can do LEDs without a problem. The other thing I talk about all the time is you can choose the color temperature for the light that's coming out of these things. This is 3000 Kelvin, so 3000 K, and that's coming out of the LEDs that are above me, which I like, especially if you're going to be using this in a bathroom. Same deal with those sconces I talked about earlier. You want to have a light that's going to make you look good when you look in the mirror. If you go for the higher numbers, 4000, 5000, 6000, that's super blue light, and that's going to kind of make you look a little funny. So you really want to have this nice warm light on you. A couple other quick things. So it's going to be using Hubbardton Forge's Opal glass, which I'll touch base on in just a second. You have all your finishes that you can do on this. When you go back to those other sconces I talked about earlier, you'll see they're offered only in limited finishes, but if you look a little deeper on that page, it'll talk about that we can do all finishes as a custom. And watch the video on that too, and you're good to go there. So I want to touch on Hubbardton Forge's glass for just a second. Hubbardton Forge's Opal glass is not just another piece of white glass. This is actually hand-blown glass. All of their glass is hand-blown. And to begin with, it's actually a clear piece of glass to start with. And then they come in, they blow a second layer on the inside of white glass. Then they come back and they do a third step where they sandblast the entire outside. So you'll notice when you get these in your hands, they actually have layers of glass on them on the ends. You can see them on these 2 pieces. And it gives it this really soft, semi-transparent, kind of milky quality. It's a soft glowing piece. Really, really pretty. You know, they're really obsessed about details at Hubbardton Forge, and a lot of people don't. I don't think they appreciate it out in the world, but you appreciate it because that's why you guys are here watching this video. There you go. Let's get into metal finishes now. If you're on our website, HandmadeInVermont.com, do me a favor, look over on the left-hand side of the screen. You're going to see a lot of red tabs over there. One is going to be the Finishes Help Guide. When you're done with this video, go over there and open that up for me, and you're going to see a video at the top of that page of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton Forge finishes and how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be referencing a color chart just below the video, so scroll down a little bit, you'll see that chart. You'll notice there are pictures that have the letter A on them, pictures that have the letter B on them, and I'm going to be talking about that range you can see in variance on there in that video. So it's really important to watch the video, use that chart. When you're done with all that, come back down to that chart. You can click on any of those pictures and see a lot more samples of Hubbardton Forge fixtures in that finish. If you want to see a bunch of stuff in dark smoke, click on dark smoke. If you want to see a bunch of stuff in vintage platinum, do the same, and so on and so on and so on. That's a great way for you to see a lot of Hubbardton Forge stuff in different finishes and really take advantage of that, okay? So our showroom in Vermont has over 350 Hubbardton Forge fixtures spread across 2 floors. We have a What's On display page on our website. It's going to be back in the red tabs over there. A lot of good things in that section. Check out. So when you open that up, you'll see it's all divided up into different sections like dining pendants and outdoor lighting. We're always adding to that. This is the biggest showroom in the world of Hubbardton Forge. They don't even have a showroom like this. Nobody does. And they use this as their showroom when you guys come to Vermont to visit us. So lots and lots to see here. You can see all the different glass, all the different finishes, all the different fabrics, all of those things. In addition to that, we have a clearance center. So the clearance center stuff are returns, discontinued things, and showroom samples. That's an amazing deal for you. If you guys want to take advantage of that, you have to come here to Vermont to see us. And when you do me a favor, measure all the kind of things about your project and what you guys are doing. So the most important thing is measure your ceiling heights to begin with. Measure distances between junction boxes and like windows and ceilings and those kind of things. So if you're looking at sconces on the wall, you can see if they're going to fit for you. If you're doing pendants over a kitchen island, measure the distances between those junction boxes. Widths of tables, kitchen tables, dining tables, lengths of tables, islands, all that good stuff. And also do a couple more things. If you guys have some tablets or iPads lying around, take pictures of all these things. Take pictures of the kitchen, take pictures of the projects you're doing. Bring that in so we can kind of go through those pictures together and we'll be able to see what you guys are up to, okay? And also the boxes and clearance stuff, are basically packed for shipping. Don't forget, these were supposedly shipped out. So the boxes tend to be on the bigger side, so bring a decent size SUV if you want to take stuff home. It's a really good opportunity for you. When you buy your Hubbardton Forge fixtures from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. There's no tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. We're the only dealer that offers 90-day returns and no restocking fees. That's 3 months after you receive something to send it back, and there's no restocking fee on that. Some larger items and custom things, and it's usually going to be big things on pallets, are going to be non-returnable. It'll always tell you on the page for an item if that is the case, so always keep an eye out for that. And we also offer a rush program. So to get all these different metal finishes, Hubbardton Forge doesn't stock. They generally take about 3 to 4 weeks to get product out. We can cut that time in half, and it's really, really inexpensive. If you want to know more about that, just drop me a quick email and I can clue you in on details, okay? So our showroom in Vermont is open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. If you want to drop a quick email, you can do that all the time. And that's going to be at sales@HandmadeInVermont.com, and we spell out the word Vermont. Or you can call me during business hours, 802-446-2400. So thank you for stopping in today, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Take care. Bye-bye.